What's even better than a video full of incredible moments? A compilation video of the most incredible moments from our Incredible Moment archive. And incredibly, that's exactly what you're about to watch. Isn't that incredible? Here's a cop who treats road ragers in the officially accepted manner, like children.
Hey, sit down or you're gonna get arrested.
Get moving. Listen to the officer.
Both of you, grow up. Come on, boys. Move it. Don't worry. Everybody's a winner.
Real road rage can't be stopped by mere glass.
Oh no!
Although maybe a hefty repair bill can do the trick. When rage meets comedy.
Lady?
No, I'm good.
See, because you know you lose.
How do I lose?
Because I will beat your dick into the ground all day long.
That's kind of gay, isn't it?
I will beat your
This is Buddy, the largest alligator at Gatorland. And this is a guy almost getting eaten by him.
Uh-oh, your buddies are coming. Hurry, I got one more for you. One more, buddy, all the way up. Come on up here. There you go. Good job.
Never mess with a dog's best friend. You might get a punch in the snoot. Generosity, empathy, and a sense of humor are all excellent qualities in a friend. Oh, and a quick reaction time doesn't hurt too. Since this video, this location has been named the Junction of Idiots. The world's worst reverser? Or the world's unluckiest?
Ah! Dumb.
Filha da puta! Oh, filha da puta! Oh, filha da puta!
Is it just me, or does that Porsche driver already seem to have his phone in his hand?
Então, colega.
Luckily, a random woman came along to point out that it was his fault.
Oh, minha senhora.
Okay, this guy learns pretty fast. This looked extremely impressive until you noticed the people walking. When a once-in-a-lifetime photograph is ruined by a tiny dog. This may be a lucky shot, but he never had to worry about being unpopular in high school again. Watch how quickly this mom grabs her kid after this black bear appears. And almost followed by a complete recovery. This person drove around Atlanta in circles all day. Maybe their right turn signal was broken. This is the little-known city of Amnesia. Everyone forgets which side of the road they're on. It's so unlike someone with flags mounted on their truck to drive like an idiot. Watch and learn. This is how you react when someone steals your parking space. Some thieves are so laid back, they're practically horizontal. She's probably stealing flowers to give to a sick relative. Oh, maybe not. It's never great to be caught cheating, but being caught on film in a car on your wedding day by your fiancée while she's wearing the wedding dress? Yeah, that's pretty low. Maybe just stick to roses next time. This guy offers very specific driving lessons. He concentrates on leading by bad example.
Well, looks like the kids are real safe. I don't know.
Opening your new phone near an open window? Maybe she doesn't deserve good luck. A mixture of bad luck, good luck, and quick reflexes. And now, breaking the canine world record for not getting hit by oncoming traffic, this little guy.
No. Aguas. Agárrenlo. Eso. Gracias.
A shocking clip, because most white van owners are usually such careful drivers. Sorry, I was choking on my own sarcasm there. This phrase is usually used in the world of toilets rather than the world of cars, but when you've gotta go, you've gotta go.
This is yo. Oh my god. What the is this guy doing? What the is this guy doing, man? Someone should call the police.
Here, officials say it's one of the most dangerous streets in all of Los Angeles, and now
This clip could almost be in one of our perfect timing videos. A lot to unpack here. A shoplifter, a cashier who seems happy about it, and a random act of destruction. This dog was clearly amazed at the temporary generosity of his humans. Ruining someone's gender reveal is not a great way to endear yourself to them. When your chair forgets to do leg day at the gym. The stakes are high on this rope swing. Thank God for all those selfless people who are always recording just in case a stranger falls. Taking a picture of a gorilla this close is pretty risky, and this photographer's about to have a second, third, and fourth thoughts about his decision. Is it possible to go grocery shopping on an e-scooter with no helmet when it's raining? Well, let's wait and see. When a pretentious showbiz kiss becomes incredibly awkward too. That looks about as much like Queen Elizabeth as King Charles does. Do you remember that moment when Taylor Swift harnessed the power of the sun to become a superhero? Sure you do. It's a good thing this team of adventurers has this calm, level-headed guy narrating this event for them. Steamroller on this small, ancient-looking boat? Sure, what could go wrong? How to really make an impact on your chosen sport. All that computer equipment was waterproof. That's a lie. As every experienced driver knows, the best way to react after a car accident is to scream.
No, we saw you hit us.
You cutting me off from over there! Don't give me that shit!
Can I open my window up, please?
When road rage gets really serious, you've got to call in the big guns.
Se bajó, salta. Hey, ¿qué sopa con esto? ¿Qué está pasando aquí? ¿Qué está pasando aquí?
When the car window was invented, nobody realized it would spend so much time getting punched by strangers. A little-known skateboard trick, the dog terrifier. one of the few examples of road-based violence you can experience in Amish country. Is anything worth running into the middle of a busy road for? Well, yeah, free cash, obviously.
What is it? How much is it?
Well,
Some people think they own the entire road without even having a receipt to prove it. This truck driver clearly decided to save money by not getting a reverse beeper. It's weird seeing a tow truck getting hit by a hit-and-run driver. It's like an ambulance getting hit by a driver who's having a heart attack. Yeah, this looks like the perfect time to open my door. Seems like the perfect thief, doesn't it? How could this be a fail? Oh. When no amount of personal injury is gonna stop you from buying a snack. That moment when the entire family gathers round to look at the meal being destroyed.
Misericordia.
When it comes to protecting your gadgets or getting wet shoes and a sprained ankle, the gadgets win every time. Hey, maybe if there's enough of us, we can hold back the tide. Okay, maybe not. Just because you usually see animals with horns or tusks charging a Jeep doesn't mean you're safe from those things with huge necks. At some point, she's gonna realize she's not moving. This dog is a true hockey player. He refuses to save anything that isn't puck-shaped. When you make all the men in the gym look like little girls. This might look like a terrible accident, but it's actually a grinding train, which removes small layers of metal from the track. Not the kind of thing you want to see if you're catching the train behind it, though. Not a great way to start a day's fishing. Or any day, for that matter. There are many things you should be able to handle with care, but a coffin is probably on top of the list. Just like young Catholic girls in horror movies, gas cylinders can sometimes become possessed. A man offering to fight the cops? With the stupidest fighting stance ever? Who does he think he is, Popeye? I'm not sure why it took so many people to remove her, but she must love that bus. There's no better way to demonstrate what kind of man you are than by aggressively punching a woman's car window. Sadly, this goal didn't count, but he should at least have been given a medal for gymnastics. This woman quickly decided that she didn't need to mail a letter after all. When you finally had enough of your little brother. Luckily, there were some dad reflexes on standby.
Holy crap.
Blocking an ambulance on the hard shoulder? Yep, I'm afraid there's a special place in hell just ready for you. Yeah, it's the emergency lane, but I want to overtake you. In my mind, that's an emergency. When you own the road, there's never a bad time or place to reverse.
El puente de la Madre Laura tirando reversa y mira el trancón. Pero ellos todo lo pueden, pues el carro bonito.
These two are so good at their job, they're on fire. Something tells us that water might not be 100% legal. Luckily, the cop seems to be too drunk to do anything. Never underestimate the destructive power of a horse and a cart. %50 of divorces start like this. Even international football stars come down to earth with a crash. If you've got no bones in your body, then a life on stage is probably a good idea. You've got to really like blowing bubbles to come up with this contraption. If you're a regular gym goer, then here's a reason why you should never miss out on neck day. Demolition videos are cool, right? Oh, this one might just be the coolest.
Wow, that's awesome!
If a fat, slow pig can outrun you, then it might be time to hit the gym. How do you like your noodles? Burnt to a crisp? Well, that's a stroke of luck. For a forklift driver, this is kind of like a Viking burial. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what happens when two very tall children discover F words.
I'm not in your face, man. In yours. Go ahead. Knock me out.
You guys either fight or move out of the way.
Try to knock me out. Let's get in here. Get in the car. You're not my boss.
Another piece of scum who attacks a woman because she complained about his parking.
¿Cuál es su maricada?
Está parqueado en el
¿Cuál es
garaje.
su maricada?
Está parqueado en el garaje.
¿Cuál es su maricada?
Aren't human beings wonderful?
¿Cuál es su maricada? ¿Usted por qué me está grabando a mí? No me grabe.
But let's even things up a bit now. Here's a woman who takes road rage to a brand new level of crazy.
Oh my god, it hit my car.
What? What hit your car?
If you're a dog who lives with this girl, then you're probably used to making lucky escapes. How to make your own DIY bazooka. At times like these, you should probably play dead, or at least pretend that you're happy to share your food. When your friend leaves your house and also leaves a trail of devastation. Hey, at least they took out the trash. Idiots in cars don't come more idiotic than this complete idiot blocking an ambulance. If you decide to engage in road rage with someone, try pulling over to the side of the road first. And now, the most original way to get off a motorcycle in history. Sadly, a full tank of stolen gas is not the financial equivalent of a new back window. If this happens on your way to work, then you can guarantee it's a Monday. With friends like these, who needs a horrific road accident? You might think that all these kicking feet are gonna result in a painful injury to his private parts. But no, he just does it to himself instead. It's time to celebrate the fact that you need a new shirt. Just one more example of why the world of physics is a very strange place. Luckily, these animals like humans a lot more than they like each other. This is known as candle ice, but don't bother trying to light it. As we all know, there are only two things you should find in a parking lot: cars and bears. Should I risk electrocution or go around the long way?
That's what my son, man.
What's a few thousand volts if I get to save some time? Some wine critics can be quite harsh, but this furry little one goes a bit over the top. Here's a very satisfying example of how quickly a tough guy can turn into a pathetic little coward. Maybe there's a link between baldness and road rage. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.
No, I'm not from around here. Why don't you get back in your car?
To be fair, I'd be angry too if I had to drive a stupid little scooter everywhere. Whatever you think is gonna happen at the end of this clip, we guarantee that you're way off.
There's the doggy.
This turns out to be a very smooth emergency landing, although I'm sure the motorists on the road weren't quite as calm as the pilot. Some people think that being in a car makes them invincible, and here's one of them. And speaking of drivers who have a death wish, here's another. This is why big trucks are fitted with extremely big horns. When you try to look tough by eating raw workout mix, and it doesn't work out. We've all experienced that embarrassing moment when you completely forget how to ride a bike. When mom has one too many margaritas. Luckily, she has a fully qualified personal trainer. But this isn't him. You can show many things through the medium of dance, like how to destroy someone's phone. This guy does his best to cover up his embarrassing fall, although the massive scream may have just given things away. You'd think after your fourth supercar, you would invest in a bigger garage. Do you refuse to give up fast food for your health? Well, there might be a middle ground. No, this isn't a river of blood from a horror movie. It's a river of wine after 2 tanks exploded. This incredible creature, the Phrolema sedentaria, or monster in a barrel, was the inspiration for the film Alien, although this thing is a little bit less likely to eat your face. Sick and tired of doing soccer practice on a soccer pitch? Try this. This woman clearly lives in the Matrix. You've heard of pulled pork. Well, this is completely decimated pork. Oh yeah, there's a really tall thing in my truck. Luckily, this customer requested their food well done. We've spoken a lot about road rage so far. Now, here's an example of road complete and utter insanity.
See that guy trying to overtake me in the bike lane? Look, now he's up on here.
There are some occasions, only some, where road rage is justified. And being tickled in traffic might just be one of them.
That was a dude. That was fully a dude. Oh my god.
Stop.
What do I do?
If people have their hoods up when they exit the car, then they're probably not coming over to give you a hug. If you're dropping fire retardant, then it's very much a case of the lower the better. It's a tragedy. This man is entirely incapable of turning his neck to the left. How to almost get yourself sideswiped. Twice! At what point do you think the traffic speeding towards him made him realize he was going the wrong way?
Life, guys.
How to make your footwear into a pair of shin pads. Pro tip from Akimbo: dizziness and birthday cakes simply do not mix. Some cats just want to watch the world burn. There are double-jointed people, and then there's this girl. This cow knows how to use its head and its horns. The world's first four-legged Jenga champion. If you can train your dog to do this, then congratulations. But you must have some serious time on your hands. Some people have trouble parking a car. SpaceX has found a way to land rockets. The Las Vegas Sphere really knows how to kick off the Halloween season. Dogs are like part of the family. And if your family is silly, then they'll happily be silly too. Is the roll downhill part of the event, or was that a mistake? Well, that's one way to treat people who park in disabled spaces. Yeah, it was the chair's fault. Show it who's boss. Whatever this guy's doing behind the cover of that car, it can't be good, as you'll soon see from the other driver's response. Looking for a way to remove that pesky rear bumper? Then get into a traffic altercation with this guy. Motorcycle versus motor car is an annoyingly common battle. You can almost hear the cop rolling his eyes as he gets drawn into it.
Tengo grabada la agresión de este idiota. Está poniendo mi integridad en riesgo.
An idiot's eye view of a very close call. If the waiter asks if you'd like to sit outside at this restaurant, say no. If he makes it to the top, then he's used up an entire lifetime's worth of good luck.
Hey, please go. Do it. Please do it.
The driver in front of that truck made the generous decision to test everyone's brakes for them. Luckily, you can occasionally see idiots in cars coming and stop to avoid disaster, like this guy did. We've all had moments when we just want to get out of the car and walk, but you have to be in a very weird place to actually do it. even cows can have beef with each other. Yes, there is such a thing as glass being too well polished. This may just be a subtle way of saying, take me for a walk. Let's hope the marriage is more stable than this pyramid. The benefit of dressing as a cartoon bear is that nobody knows who you are when you make an idiot out of yourself. Some people and water slides just don't have any time for the laws of physics. Is this cat in love? Or is it just hungry? This unusual cloud appeared in the skies over Indonesia, perplexing scientists and entrancing religious people. Even city dogs need their exercise, and this is how this one takes care of it. Of all the things you don't want to find in your backyard, this thing must come somewhere near the top of the list. The only thing this dog's missing is a sequin shirt, some dancing shoes, and 4 judges marking him out of 10. She may seem casual about the fact that a tiger is biting her arm, but imagine how much she's screaming inside. What's going on here? Have they never heard of plates? Thank God she managed to save that poor, gentle, innocent creature. Oh, never mind. Always carry an extra battering ram. The driver of this truck clearly has a loose grip on reality. He seems to think he's in a Hollywood chase sequence. Look how surprised this car is to find a bike coming towards it on a bike path.
What are you doing? Here's what happened. You drove down a bike path. This is not a road. Then don't drive on it. I don't care, go back.
Here's someone who takes bad parking to Olympic levels. If you chose to park anywhere else on the street, then this was your lucky day. Not a great place to park, but luckily these guys really know how to do their job. His first day as a zookeeper didn't go so well, but luckily it wasn't his last. This driver doesn't want anyone to overtake him, although it probably would have been easier to just shout the phrase, "I have small genitals." Don't you hate it when trucks won't let your car magically pass through them like a ghost? Is this the most ironic road sign ever to crash in front of? When your teacher's lessons are a little too dry. It's ironic that cameras designed to keep you safe often capture your most painful accidents. This is one of those lawnmowers that you can only successfully operate naked. When you celebrate by waving your national flag and then waving your bike. Stopping someone mid-jump is a recipe for disaster. To be fair, most videos involving cats usually end in chaos. When your hair is part of your hat, and your hat is part of your hair.
Wait a minute.
Turtles have enough trouble getting around without worrying about a second head. What if they disagree on the destination? If you really want to go fishing but can't afford the equipment, then just go to this place and do it by hand. Even Buddha gets boogers sometimes. It's just that his tend to have wasps in them. How many BMX riders does it take to change a light bulb? Just this guy. Hi there, did you order the floor pizza?
I'll clean it up later.
So sorry, I'm really sorry.
You'd have to be a very keen golfer to go after those clubs. Or maybe the bear is just a much keener golfer than him. Road rage is a fun hobby for people of all ages.
Let's go. Get out of here.
No, I'm not.
Listen, moving your,
I am not getting
moving
out
your
of
car.
You go.
Moving your car.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Move your car from me. Let's go.
Sometimes road rage is just verbal. Really verbal.
I don't know how to
Look
drive
at
it.
you, idiots. What am I tripping for? You fucking fat pig of a girlfriend. Hey, man. Get the out.
No, what the fuck am I
Get the out. You're a pussy.
Look how cool you look.
You're a
Look
pussy.
how cool you look.
Talking
You how to drive and you're getting
you and
mad
your
at
pussy
me.
tattoos.
Just a nice, relaxing drive with the kids when you suddenly encounter the neighborhood psychopath.
Wow, you piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You fucking did it, you piece of shit.
When you drift like this, you need a serious amount of luck to get back on track afterwards. The fine art of money grabbing. Although with this thing, there's clearly more than a touch of luck involved. As a school bus driver, it's your job to keep children safe. Other road users, forget about it. This man is an individual. He has wing mirrors, but chooses not to use them. Well, okay, lots of people do that. We're not sure who's more screwed here, the biker who was almost killed, or the guy who can never leave his car again. You see that low clearance warning sign? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore that. When you're called out to fix a small electrical problem and end up causing a blackout. Sometimes it's so icy that even your emergency brake says nope. How to spot the weak link in your production line. If your stripper poles are the same quality as this one, then I won't be attending your club without the appropriate safety equipment. We've all been victims of the phantom step. This guy's about to find out that inflatable things are much softer than solid concrete things. Remember McLovin from Superbad? Well, this guy's gonna see if his ID really works. Even ex-Spider-Men have to make a living. If you're trying to talk with your cat, try not to accidentally use cat fighting words. So, muscle contractions can continue briefly after death due to stored energy and residual electrical impulses in nerve cells. But that doesn't make this any less horrific. Fish, anyone? Rare footage of a glass octopus. This entire octopus is clear, except for its optic nerve, eyeballs, and digestive tract. So, no chance of privacy for this guy. Chinese high-speed trains. So fast and so stable. And a really good place to store all your loose change. Somebody really needs to pick up that banana skin by the door. Never do this to a guy who can legally carry hand grenades. These screens were assembled by a man who loves dominoes. Here's some footage of a cop trying to crush a motorcyclist. Yep, you heard me correctly.
388717 is this license plate of this cop. Look at this guy. Look at him.
Hello, and thank you for calling 311 in New York City. We are here
Oh
to
my
help,
God.
but if this is an emergency, please hang up and dial.
Something tells me that he might want his details.
Why you give me your details? Yes. Yes. Give me your details.
Did you push me?
Yes, give me your details.
Given what road rage can be like, squirting a water gun at someone is actually quite sweet. Aw, there's nothing cuter than a huge pet alligator, right? Right?
What you doing? Easy, fella.
Sometimes it's almost impossible to find a quiet place to read. Unless you have your own personal fire service, do not try this at home. The two sides of this plane are so different, they're like night and day. Literally. As you can see, sibling rivalries never end well. A completely foolproof way to fit all your clothes into one cabinet. We're sure nobody was harmed during this accident, unless someone nearby lit a match. The most impressive thing about this is how quickly he gets up to see if she's okay. Not. She was recording her workout to see how great she looked. Oh well. Yeah, there's nothing cooler than a man on a motorcycle. With the exception of this guy. This performance is so good that she may start to believe she's actually a dog, and that's actually a mirror. This may also be why cats have the same reaction when they see cucumbers. An exquisitely blue sea and a terrifyingly dark sky. If you hurt an ostrich's pride, then it might just hurt your everything. Just like some of the chicken and fish in your local supermarket, this guy is boneless. That's a lot of oil. Looks like it's time for a good old-fashioned invasion. Everyone loves sink noodles. It's that beautiful soapy flavor. When you're so good at painting that you don't even need a brush. Days at work don't come much worse than this. Some people spend more time outside their cars arguing than they do inside their cars driving. FedEx, delivering your road rage on time and in perfect condition.
Bobo, señores. I like it.
Here's something every road rager needs. A level-headed friend a few cars behind.
Kiara, it's not worth it. Kiara, it's not worth it. Kiara, it's not worth it. Keep going. Just keep going. We all in traffic. Okay, Janae.
When you find out your dad is secretly Aquaman.
Straight into the pool, saving his little boy.
There's some serious talent on this court. The players are pretty good too. It's okay, everyone relax. It's just a fleet of UFOs coming to enslave planet Earth.
Dude, they're moving around.
Have you ever wanted an intricate map of your veins? No, me neither. When Angry Birds gets real. Safe dash cams could almost have been invented just for this driver.
¡Ay, coño! ¡Coñazo!
This is one way to stop your car being towed. It's just the wrong way. Just a man taking his pet gas canister out for a walk. A very, very quick walk. If you're throwing a sophisticated dinner party, then don't invite these guys over. This guy can only be heroic when he's revealing his underpants. If there's one thing you don't want to leave at home in the morning, it's your hair. How to not look sexy on a bed. Yeah, this is only impressive if the food stays on the tray. Flour looks a bit like snow, and you can throw it at people just like snow. And you can slip on it and almost break your neck, just like snow. Pregnant women need plenty of iron in their diet. Some of them even pump it to reveal the gender of their baby. For dogs, it's all about the simple things in life, and you never get tired of playing with a tire. This huge metal ball washed up on the beach in Japan. Is it a bomb? An alien aircraft? A massive jawbreaker? Let us know what you think in the comments. This walrus hates your boat, and he doesn't care who knows it. Yes, this is a two-headed snake, which means it has the ability to terrify you twice. Yeah, I might just go for a swim somewhere else. This woman is clearly allergic to money, or it's allergic to her.
Open the case.
Who wants to go with case number 7?
Sarah, open the case.
Back to back to back.
At times like this, it's best to just go for an early lunch. Yes, these guys are being attacked by bees. They're not auditioning for Riverdance. This guy is on a mission to annoy everyone on the road. You can't say he's not ambitious.
Oh my god!
Aw, come on. All he wants to do is speed in a school zone.
Going 20 miles an hour. Go ahead and break the law. It's a school zone. It's a school zone. Huh?
There's nothing like some intergenerational road rage to warm your heart. Flying a kite is one of the most relaxing things you can do. Apparently. Hey, this slide looks fun, but a concussion doesn't. Luckily, he completely avoided this human missile. This is Peabody, the world's smallest horse, and he may just be the world's cutest too. What's worse than having spyware on your computer? Having a massive, terrifying robot watching everything you do. You know how you leave your car parked somewhere slightly longer than you should? Well, this guy took it to the extreme. Listen to this man's voice go from annoyance to despair. We're gonna assume he just didn't have the correct change. There are some warning signs you can ignore and get away with, but there are some you really can't. Sometimes it's good to look up from your phone and enjoy the world around you, and avoid drowning. This joke was so funny that she lost all control of her bodily functions. This kid wants to be a professional footballer when he grows up, but he's clearly not going to survive that long. It's not a good selfie unless you embarrass yourself and ruin your friend's chance of having children in the future. No, this isn't a medical condition. It's simply a man who can't ice skate. When you spend so much time on your BMX, you forgot you've got legs. This is a really unflattering way to get a selfie.
Yes!
The climax of an ant fight to the death. We all remember the Doritos commercial where the deer breaks into the kitchen, right? No? Oh, this must be an accident then. Raccoons and poodles and bubbles go together like, well, nothing really. Nothing to worry about, just a random fireball in the sky above our backyard. I'm not an expert, but I'm gonna say that this house has a slight bee problem. Seems like an extreme way to check if your bike is waterproof or not. You have to be pretty unlucky to run into a whale while you're windsurfing. People pay for trips just to spot them. It's almost like it knows which is the expensive car. Well, this was either road rage or a very bad place to find out your partner's been cheating on you. This motorist is angry because the pedestrian tried to explain that pedestrian crossings are meant for pedestrians.
La intolerancia, el hombre del carro blanco con esa placa se pasó sobre el paso peatonal que hace pasar el chico y todavía después va y quiere golpearlo. Ahí está la placa.
In the war of public transport, there are many small battles. Here we have a taxi versus bus.
Tómela, loca, hijo de puta. Tómela, bájese, ¿por qué no se baja? Se ve los peos. Loca, hijo de puta. Todo bien con los ratos que yo estoy acá de suba y los va a buscar ahí les va a parar. Gonorrea, loca, hijo de puta.
How to turn an example of clumsiness into an example of fitness. Proof that sometimes you don't even need a ladder. Things happen quickly at a pit stop, unless you hit the crew.
And it sounded like Brad maybe didn't. Oh, and you see he's just hit a crew member, so this is a disastrous stop for Brad Keselowski, who withdrew his pit stop.
This is how it looks when you return to Earth from space. For some people, climbing a set of stairs on the side of a mountain just isn't scary enough. They prefer to do it when they're frozen. Looking to freshen up your fashion sense? Why not wear a slinky? I don't care if you're in the right lane. My right turn is righter than yours. People who make U-turns are often so selfish. They should just be called me-turns. The creator of this video actually endorses this method of joining traffic. Not sure that other drivers would feel the same way. Why not buy a Ring doorbell and give heart attacks to your friends and family?
You are currently being recorded.
They were so amused at their friends slipping that they ran out into the street to tell the world. Just a guy driving his truck through a gate. Oh, wait. There's no guy? Here's a bike crash from the POV of a gnat on the windshield. Brought to you by the same people who designed the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Every good dad knows the best moment to throw your kids under the bus. When two very different lifestyles collide on a city street. For one, fashion is a drug, and for the other, drugs are a drug. Here he is, the Arnold Schwarzenegger of rabbits.
Da raça gigante. Clica nesse vídeo que eu vou te ensinar. Primeira coisa que você precisa fazer é ir lá.
Okay, this isn't working. Now, which other way can we get a small car into a garage?
You can't make it.
Didn't want to use one of these three.
Yes, it's the new Miracle Bike from BMX. This little guy is called a waving octopus. Guess why? It's not often you see a man-made rainbow. The machines may have not taken over yet, but they're definitely messing with us. Whatever the correct method of carrying glass might be, this clearly isn't it. And this is why women live longer than men. More tension between taxi drivers and Uber drivers. You know road rage has gone too far when you start throwing cleaning products at people.
No te pase ni un gramo, ¿eh? Tranquilo.
Being best friends means knowing there's always someone there to laugh at you. Luckily, the guy in the white's head is made out of rubber. Sometimes you need to be as good at catching as you are at golfing. This thoughtful soul not only cut them up, but also supplied a face full of grit. In New York City, even the valets drive like maniacs. It's called an off-ramp, sir, not an on-ramp. Who'd have thought it? The secret to staying young is this. So, you think you've got good balance? Hold their beers. No, these people aren't certifiably insane. They've specifically gathered to watch the massive AN-225 cargo plane coming into land. Aerial firefighting takes an amazing pilot and nerves of steel. If you get sick on planes, then you might not want to watch this one struggling in the crosswinds. When your bike's broken down and the day can't possibly get any worse. This wouldn't have been as embarrassing if it wasn't for the enthusiastic trot beforehand. Snagging people's clothes is a really effective sales technique. A beautiful sunset. All this needs is an inspiring quote, or a humiliating accident. There's a reason why he's second place. When you accidentally find yourself dancing with She-Hulk. The old pulling someone's chair away prank, but with a slight automotive twist. Well, they didn't say the skates had to be on her feet. When life gives you a massive flood, catch a massive fish. Dolphins decided to show these surfers how you really catch a wave. This graceful and rare creature is a black leopard. Pretty hard to see the spots on this one. On this train, you might want to pay a bit extra for the first-class compartment. And here's another vomit-inducing landing. Mind you, it's Ryanair. This could just be a normal landing. Nobody trusts pilots more than this guy. Even the jet seems to be nodding its approval. This is the last thing you want to deal with on your driving test.
What is going on right now? Holy shit. That's unbelievable. Awesome.
There's nothing like receiving a shiny, brand new, untarnished iPhone. Yeah, I've suddenly lost my appetite. Back in the old days, walking the plank was a punishment, but this kid's gonna get punished for not walking it.
What the f is the problem?
Yes, it's always nice to be a positive role model for your kids.
Really? You about to get hit my car and I got kids in the back? Right, so learn how to drive. Because I'm about to slap the shit out of you.
I'd suggest that he take an anger management course, but he might need to drive there, and that'd just make things worse. Would you like to have a quiet, relaxing, peaceful existence? Then move to New York City. You know you've got good core strength when you can backflip using your stomach. Cutting off an ambulance is a really bad move, especially when there's a cop car watching you do it. We're gonna say this was someone trying to retrieve their own car, or a tow truck driver's first day on the job.
Oh my God!
Just like bullying, if you're gonna brake check someone, you should really pick on those smaller than you. If you go into a shoe store and find stinky old sneakers everywhere, then you can be sure this guy's a frequent visitor. This is a really weird way to do a smash and grab. He's extremely safety conscious, but has neglected to remember one small thing. Here's someone doing everything they can to avoid getting wet, and someone else who doesn't give a crap. One of the most important parts of being a skilled skater? Stopping. When he set out to finish the entire race, this wasn't entirely what he had in mind. Somehow, you just know this happened as a result of cheating. No garden? No barbecue pit? So what? Improvise. When it comes to traveling, you should always choose comfort over speed. You know it's cold when even your ceramic birds want to come inside to get warm. Ugh, can't you just go swimming with your friends without those needy humpback whales trying to join in? If cricket infestations like this become a regular occurrence, then you might want to consider moving. Mind you, good luck selling this house.
It was nowhere near this bad when he left because he's been continuously leaf blowing and pressure washing them.
Scary from the ground, terrifying on board the plane. Are you one of those people who gets nervous driving in bad weather? Well, imagine trying to land a helicopter on a moving boat with winds like this. Is it a missile? Nope, it's one of our planes. And now, time for some amateur dentistry. And that, kids, is how I got fired. Luckily, this car is well constructed enough to deal with any heavy load. Whatever's going on here, it's never good when your car starts sounding like the scream of 1,000 ghosts. This guy has no reverse sensors, and doesn't want any either. Hey, guess what? Here's another argument. Maybe, from now on, everyone in the world should just walk.
It's a red light, what the f*** you did? Why are you hitting my bike for? You crashed into me, you wanker. You shut up, bro. You just crashed into me. Why are you coming in front of me for? Because I can. You're on this road, shut your mouth.
Here's a kid who's clearly used to living in a house full of VR headsets. Here are a couple of very lucky and very shaky DIY enthusiasts. You don't necessarily have to be a great athlete to be a great soccer player. This guy sneaks up on green lights the same way a lion stalks its prey. When you almost commit manslaughter, all because of another idiot in a car. drivers should take extra care in the snow. Well, except for this guy, obviously. The moment your safety mask finally paid for itself. So, how much do you charge to fix a car that's on fire? This guy was taking no chances. But then, gunshots aren't the kind of sound that generally make you relax. Imagine a world without the GoPro. Imagine all the people who wouldn't be able to see you making an idiot out of yourself. You've heard of Disney on Ice. Well, here's an idiot on ice. Warning, participating in the act of crashing may cause you to crash. His angel definitely gave him a second chance here. So, you reckon you've got good upper body strength? Well, hold this woman's beard. Ah, so that's where all our worldly possessions disappeared to. And the prize for most ingenious way to get rid of bugs goes to... Frozen, liquid, a bit of both. It doesn't matter what kind of water it is, this guy will rock it. You know how with some paintings, their eyes follow you around the room? Well, with these paintings, they use their entire bodies. If you want to be in the Belgian Air Force, the training is pretty intense. Oh, come on. There's no way that relatively small helicopter can lift that. Oh, never mind. Is he really out of control, or is this just a really good landing? Isn't it great that video games are now for mature adult males as well as kids? Would you clean it off, or just go for another white shoe? It's the age-old struggle of man against beast, but, you know, stupider. This is probably the quickest and most efficient bit of road rage on our list. It's not often that road rage has the righteous anger of God behind it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's Angry Tetris. If your lifting weight's this heavy, then even the gym equipment might struggle to keep up with you. We get the feeling he's done this once or twice before, but even so, you have to be pretty lucky to make it across each time. A lovely day to go for a ride, right down the side of a cliff. For this guy, the windscreen was an optional extra. Why does he need to look at anything anyway? And now, a bird's eye view of what stress looks like. It's always a sweet moment when Mother Nature deals with the idiot drivers herself.
$6,000, you're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. No, 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 no!
This car has finally had enough of being used and abused by humans. This is what happens when you make a pig out of yourself. Pickpockets need to stand as close as possible for as long as possible, and this one's been there longer than her shadow. Spitting some rhymes sometimes result in you spitting out some teeth. If this guy ever warns you about something, then pay close attention.
Hey, watch out.
Alright?
It's slippery.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, man.
There's only one question you have to ask about this clip. Why? I'm not sure what's more startling, her agility or the expression on the guy in the front row. An impressive jump to witness, especially when it's your friend doing it.
Wow!
Somebody get this kid a sponsorship deal. Wow, these new Jenga sets are getting really intricate. Don't we all want to travel by Victorian rickshaw pulled by a robot dog? This man is living the dream.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Yeah!
And now, a new section of our videos called Who Needs a Skateboard Anyway?
Set, go.
When you're such a good stunt pilot that you can pour your drink without spilling a drop. This is the winner of the Red Bull Air Race, and you can see exactly why. The pilot, Kevin Coleman, has become renowned for his various airborne stunts and pulling off the kind of maneuvers that can make even Han Solo say nope. This isn't exactly the perfect runway, so you need a perfect pilot to navigate it. Yeah, I'm sure this is delicious, but if every egg took this long to cook, then I'd probably go vegan. The perfect way to prepare and eat a watermelon? This is it. Not only a delicious example of Asian street food, but also the most romantic thing two shrimp can do together. Yeah, one small bucket should do the trick. Hang on, I forgot to have a bath this morning. It doesn't look like it'll work, does it? And that's because it won't. In Las Vegas, the stakes are just as high on the road as they are in the casinos. Yeah, throw a bottle of water over your passenger. That'll show the guy in the other car.
Dang, dude! You got what the heck?
The one thing you don't want to shout when people are calling the cops on you? This.
Cops are on the phone, asshole!
Correct.
Luckily, medical surgeons don't often get into the same scrape as tree surgeons.
Your head.
How many cars do you need to flip before you perfect this one move? This is not what you want to see while you're relaxing on the beach. Is that a couple of fireflies heading towards us? No, it's a truck! What a great place to stop with your massive trailer. Unfortunately, stopping wasn't on everyone's minds that day. And now, a visual representation of the word whoa. Locking yourself in scary rooms is a skill every baby needs to master. He couldn't have been any more panicked if that phone was a newborn baby. If there's one thing you don't want to deal with during your workday, it's a cow with an attitude problem. Sometimes the accident that could have been is much worse than the accident that happened. Would you like to see why this family cat is overweight? Here you go. He's trying to carry the TV on his own? Has he never seen an Akimbo video? This woman is clearly half giraffe. I'm just gonna let you scream for a bit before revealing what this is. Ready? It's just their neighbor unblocking the drain. This giant puppet of a 10-year-old Syrian refugee child has become a global symbol of human rights. She's known as Little Amal. You don't want to be anywhere nearby when this dog is fetching a bone. He may not be a real eagle, but he needs to have the same head for heights as one. You get the impression that this frog has finally had enough of monkey bullying. This is how your Uber Eats order is delivered if you live in the Alps. A close call as a firefighting plane swoops down to gather water by a family's yacht. Say what you like about Elon Musk, but these SpaceX rockets coming into land is an impressive sight. This is how you make a Korean fish cake. And I don't just mean at high speed. How to turn a fried potato into art. Mini Taiwanese pancakes. Small in volume, big in taste. He's just not paying attention to that horn. But something's about to get his attention. In my highly informed opinion, I think that's too much cement. See? All he wanted to do was practice his pumpkin football skills, so why couldn't she just head it back to him? You know that road rage is extreme when it starts to look more like a hijacking.
No mames, qué pedo. ¿Qué te pasa, pendejo? ¿Qué te pasa, idiota?
When you attempt to make your partner's road rage go viral.
Oh my God, bro. No saben conducir, cojones.
This cowboy has clearly been thrown off his horse one too many times. There's clearly a guardian angel for idiots, and his was working overtime that day. You know that song, Dumb Ways to Die? This is one of them. Luckily, he made it, but he did have to get back up there to collect his car. Another almost moment caught by the ever-useful dashcam. Well, at least he's not carrying anything likely to cause an issue, you know, like oil or something. When your impatience is rewarded by a lovely ticket. You know that trick where you pull a tablecloth from under various plates and things? This is the car version. An antisocial but effective method to find a parking space. Sometimes you just get sick of your toys and the TV and decide to become a rebel. This cake should probably come with instructions. Would you like your own indoor spring? Call this guy. If you need a new wheel for your bike, then go watch this basketball team. At least one of them will end up paying for it. No, this footage hasn't been manipulated. That giant sea turtle really is that, giant. Yes, it's the fish you've previously seen only in your nightmares. The bravest and most entitled turtle in the world. Were these reindeer born with one antler each? No, this is how they look when they're shedding them. You need to be a pretty good pianist to play the instrument via a robot turtle's fingers. And now, the greatest jewelry heist in history. We've shown you footage of the Red Bull Air Race, and now this is the course you have to fly to qualify for it. The flying demonstrated by these B-2 stealth bombers is pretty, stealthy? This is what eventually happens when two planes are very attracted to each other. Or maybe they're just refueling. Carl's Donuts in Las Vegas is the biggest donut factory in the world. And here's the proof. Doesn't this make the concept of a sandwich look completely boring? Would you like to see chocolate donuts being showered with sprinkles? What a stupid question. Of course you would. Remember what curiosity did to the cat? Hopefully these are trainee firemen. Otherwise, you might want to fight that blaze yourself. Here's a subtle way to tell someone you don't like their cooking. The best way to stop a road rage incident? More rage. If you live on this street, then screaming is your alarm clock. These taxi drivers attacked a car full of tourists, believing it to be an Uber. Is there any bad blood between them? Yeah, just a bit. He's certainly equipped to protect himself, even if it is gym equipment that's attacking him. It's lucky his friend was standing there to do absolutely nothing. How to fall in style. Maybe, just maybe, this driver had a drink or two before getting behind the wheel. Usually hitting a curb is your sign to stop, not go. And now, an idiot in a car, from the idiot's point of view. Yeah, she might be working on this chore for a long time. They left instructions saying, leave outside the gate, and this is why. This car is far too eager to be washed. We shouldn't have to say this, but don't buy machines that are designed to suck your face.
Please, let me see. No, can't even tell.
So, who's catching who here? Here's a cat who clearly wants some time on its own, or meow time, as they call it. What is it, a rat? Oh no, it's just a horse. Humans get their water like this, so why the heck can't I? The intriguing part is that she must have walked past the builders to do that. It's important to express your own inner unicorn, even if you're a pigeon. This is impressive, but you have to assume that if one goes over, they all go over. If you buy an apartment in the building, you may get the occasional interruption. This is one of those landings when you really regret booking a window seat. A good runway is one where there are no people shouting duck. So, not this one then. This is a tilt rotor, and this is what it looks like taking off at high air humidity. Every good chef should know how to make a ripped rabbit. Watch as this sweet potato changes into an amazing potato. Most artists like their work to have a long shelf life, but when your medium is fruit, things are slightly different. You know something's wrong when your oil looks like pudding. It was always going so well, and then...
Oh! Breathe.
These are called bunchums. Never buy bunchums. This guy doesn't have to shout. It's scary enough that he looks like Nosferatu.
I stayed out to let you through. I stayed out and let you through. You were behind me and you pulled up beside me. I know how to show cars in the road, you fucking...
Don't have any courtesy. Look for me.
I fucking stayed out.
He was on his phone, and it looks like he's got a can of beer in there. Of course he's in the right. And now, an angry Muppet driving a truck.
What? What?
A new way to decorate your Christmas tree.
I lost my shoe.
Amazingly, this guy was fine, but he very nearly wasn't. That's what you get on a path which can only be completed with luck or prayers.
No. ¿Todo bien?
Everyone's heard of cowboys. Now we've got sheep boys. Fire hydrant? What fire hydrant? This is what it looks like when cars decide to mate with each other. Some of your friends' cars love your house so much, they just decide to come over and use the pool. Now, how can I mess up life for my humans today? And that was the day everyone on the road got wood. The least you should expect from a trampoline is that it lets you bounce. He pulls off this stunt flawlessly. Opening the can, however, yeah, we're gonna say this isn't an experienced cyclist. On the other hand, his tires are now completely charged. There's nothing like getting a little mist to cool down. Nature at its most violent can still be a beautiful sight. Whatever you expect to find underwater, an art gallery generally isn't on the top of the list. They call this boomerang pizza because you always come back for a second slice. Nothing can tear up the sky quite like an F-22 Raptor. The Airbus Beluga is moving more like its namesake than an actual plane. When planes are in love, they do everything while holding hands. Wings. Omelet sandwich, anyone? Who needs 2 pieces of bread when you can use 2 eggs instead? If you live in a country with a lot of coconuts, then machines like these just need to be invented. You can have a roadside snack, or you can have a roadside full chicken. You don't want to be around when this happens, unless you've got a very large glass and some pretzels. It's almost like she waited for a live TV broadcast just to fall.
Hello.
Only give rides to your skinny friends. If you add an idiot to a car and multiply it by the national speed limit, then stupidity is always the answer.
Shit, y'all. Look at shit, y'all. Look at the Atlanta.
The Fast and the Furious 7. It's golf cart time. This motorist failed to stop for 2 police horses, and this was the result. A last-minute signal is almost as bad as no signal at all. Yeah, we don't need this flour anymore. Let's dump it. At least we think it was flour. When you try to look tough, but it doesn't exactly go swimmingly. When you take your dad's new car for a spin. Even ghosts need a way to get around. This has gone far enough. There needs to be a zero-tolerance policy on tires bullying dogs. To be fair, tennis is both hot and thirsty work. Just like Pandora's box, some things should never be opened. This is how pizzas are made in hell. This was one home video Gordon Ramsay didn't want to leak out. Only one of these mini horses showed any kind of concern. Yeah, the dog has clearly seen this kind of thing many times before. Just a normal morning defying gravity backstage at the circus. Cleaning snow off a snake isn't the most common job in the world, but I suppose someone's got to do it. These orcas are either very happy or very upset to see this boat. If this light display wasn't on purpose, then these 2 planes might be in a spot of trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, the quickest flight in history. A landing POV that you don't usually get to see. Who doesn't love a meat sword? And no, that's not an innuendo. For some chefs, the last thing you want is to throw your balls into hot oil. But not this guy. Making tortillas is a very serious business, as you can see from her expression. Only a skilled chef can toss the pancake and the pan. Newsflash, dramatic person handles dramatic moments in a dramatic way. This is what happens when female weightlifters bake together. This photographer was lucky enough to be surrounded by 13 wild wolves in the middle of the Arctic. Or unlucky, depending on how hungry they were. The horror of getting bitten, followed by the horror of falling over on camera.
I got
driving skill or pure luck? Either way, the driver in the other car certainly let out a sigh of relief. So I'm just gonna gently reverse, nice and slowly, so we can let a person out of their space. Here's a very specific kind of idiot in a car. Someone trying to commit insurance fraud. In other words, they want to crash. He may have just bought the wrong size tires. Accident, or driven by the ex of the guy who owns that car. The only thing that can stop a vicious dog? Amateur kung fu.
Thank you. Quick, come in.
It was almost his lucky night.
Oh no, I was talking to the dog.
I was like it too. Okay.
Sorry.
Have a good night.
You too.
Whatever's wrong with this car, it was clearly nothing a quick drop off a cliff couldn't solve. When you see a place advertising super cheap cocktails. A beautiful picnic, especially prepared for aggressive ducks. Even in the kitchen, bluefin tuna sashimi is irresistible.
Hey, chef boy. Chef boy.
Sometimes brain is more important than brawn. No camera tricks, just pure magic. Although she might be a witch. We can't rule that out at this stage. Sometimes Mother Nature creates her own water slides, but they can only be used by the strictly non-claustrophobic. Yeah, that's impressive, but can she record a voiceover for 95 video clips without running out of breath? Ha, I doubt it. Nobody ever taught this goat the difference between horizontal and vertical. Whether this is fog or smoke, it just doesn't look good. This is the police's tactical unit arriving at a shooting in LA, an intimidating sight and sound for any criminal. And now some good old-fashioned desert-based plane racing. That's a thing, right? If you're gonna apply for this job, then having asbestos skin is definitely a plus. Don't break into this guy's house, especially if he's in the kitchen at the time. Believe it or not, this is a dessert. And probably a very expensive one, too. Scotch is great over ice, or neat, or all over the floor, whatever you prefer. Okay, we should probably give the guys who installed the ceiling a call. The completely safe pastime of tiger cuddling. Needless to say, this bridge was specifically designed for one-man fridge-carrying operations. She'll never successfully flip that cake. Okay, I stand corrected. Why do idiots in cars seem so angry that other drivers are not being idiots. Yeah, looks like a car parked to me. This truck carries garbage, and this person drives like garbage. If the stairs are this slippery, then you've probably done a good job cleaning. It may not be the best way to unload, but at least it's quick. In this restaurant, you get a free drunk woman with every meal. Unless Pennywise the Clown is feeling in a helpful mood, she's not getting that phone back. So, clearly there are people in the world who've never heard of a mains switch. Why do you need fingers that strong? Imagine the damage you could do to your smartphone. When two lunatics become best friends, the results can be weird. New York, the most modern, well-maintained city in the world. This guy just wants the world on a stick, and he appears to have gotten it. Well, it's cheaper than buying a car. What are you doing? Sitting down watching a YouTube video? Get up and do this instead. Actually, no, don't. I take it all back. Firefighting aircraft pilots need nerves of steel, just like this one over a forest fire in Argentina. We've all had those annoying friends who copy everything you do. A tire detached from this Boeing 747 Dreamlifter just as it was taking off from an airport in Italy. Luckily, it eventually landed safely at its destination. And now, a handy life hack, or egg hack.
And put it in the water and boil it. Egg is ready. Just put it in a container. Cold water.
This guy does things with an egg that our Akimbo ninja would struggle to do with a sword. The ability to create a long thing using skills acquired over a long time. Between the legs certainly isn't the best place to catch a dodgeball, but it does sometimes work. A slightly slower reaction time, and this car would have been in a scrap heap. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them catch cakes. I think they've misunderstood the phrase off-road vehicle. We can only hope that this truck's horn caused the other driver to have a very safe accident in his pants. You know that feeling when you just can't remember where you've put your coffee? when Laurel and Hardy make extra money by taking on a cleaning job. Parking doesn't get slicker than this. And so he decided to walk to work that day. If she can do that with her tongue? No, sorry, we're not that kind of channel. For some reason, your meals are cheaper if you sit at this table. If you can hear monkeys on your landline, then you might live near this place. Impressive, but how do you find out you can do this? He's not the greatest basketball player in the world, but he's certainly big enough. Could this be the closest thing we've got to a UFO? Has this thing even been mistaken for a UFO? Probably. When it comes to flying in formation, the pilots at this air show make it look like it's child's play. This Russian helicopter has moves like Michael Jackson. Should this guy be flipping pizzas? Or should he be in the circus? When food from the East meets the Wild West. Do you like eggs? Do you like sunflowers? Well, this is the dish for you. Here's someone who's figured out a new and much easier way to use the claw machine. And now the latest in anti-wave technology. It's always important to shout "for" before a golf shot. Oh, and duck. Some people were just born to work together. If you can't manage the getting into the car part of driving, then you probably shouldn't get a license. When a weird person comes to your door, there's a pretty good chance of them doing weird things, like this weirdo.
I'm a little sick because my brother gave me his disease. So anyway...
Hello, Ghostbusters? The tree in my backyard has turned into an unholy green monster. This is an Atlantic black sea hare, and yes, it's terrifying. This is clearly a swimming pool lifeguard from the future. Just a helicopter dropping his kid off at school. There's having a good view of the fireworks display, then there's getting as close as these guys. If you don't live anywhere near a beach, but you do own a small plane, then why not try truck surfing? No matter what you paid for this chair, you'd just be leaving it at the beach. Robin Hood never did it like this. Wait, if you love our videos, be sure to check out Retrocast. And if Retrocast isn't your thing, don't worry, we have another Akimbo video for you.